Hey guys, Corell Cooper here. So pitchers and catchers have reported, and there are a couple stories that are coming out of Mets camp that I wanted to discuss today. The Mets have signed Livan Hernandez to a one-year deal. I think it's a good move by the Mets. Hernandez can come in and he can compete with Redding, Garcia, and Nice for the fifth spot. At worst, what could happen here is Hernandez could be a bust in spring training and the Mets can outright release him, or he can surprise everyone and he can outright win the fifth spot in the rotation. I think what's more likely to happen is, he'll be okay in spring training. He'll probably start the season in AAA and then, maybe be the sixth or seventh pitcher in the rotation. And then as someone gets hurt throughout the year, or if the Mets need a spot start, he could come up and give the Mets a few innings. So I think it's a good move by the Mets because it's a low-risk move. Jerry Manuel has mentioned to reporters that he's thinking about tinkering with the lineup a little bit and possibly moving Luis Castillo into the leadoff spot and dropping Jose Reyes down to the third spot. As I commented yesterday on theRepolitans.com, I disagree with this move and I don't like it. I don't even want the Mets to even consider it or try it out in spring training. Even though Castillo and Reyes have similar on-base percentages, there's no way that Luis Castillo is going to wreak havoc on the base paths and intimidate pitchers the way Jose Reyes does in the leadoff spot. If you look at Reyes' career here, his short career here with the Mets, the Mets have tried a couple things in the past to alter Reyes' game, and neither one of them have worked out. If you guys remember when the Mets first signed Kaz Matsui, the Mets moved Reyes to second base, which was a disaster. When Reyes first came up, he had a lot of problems with his hamstring, and the Mets actually at one point tried to alter the way he was running, which also was a complete disaster. I think trying to move Reyes from the leadoff spot in the order down to third, I don't think he's at the point in his career where he's ready for that. Reyes is still developing as a player, and I think, if the Mets want Reyes to be a great player one day, not a good player, a great player one day, they will just leave him alone, let him bat leadoff, and let him figure it out. Now, as Reyes develops as a player, once he becomes, a veteran in this league, and the Mets want to consider him moving him down to the third spot, and you have another, true leadoff hitter in your lineup, then I may be more open to that. But right now, I think the Mets should continue to have Reyes bat leadoff and either put Castillo in the second spot or somewhere down towards the bottom of the lineup. So that's it for today, guys. Would love to hear your thoughts on the Livan Hernandez signing and the possible move of Luis Castillo in the leadoff spot and Reyes dropping the third. Talk to you guys soon.